This podcast is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Listener discretion is advised as some cases contain graphic content. We mean no disrespect to anyone we discuss in this podcast except our exes. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. However, we will be expressing our personal opinions. Buckle up, Buttercup.
And welcome back. It's Cynthia.
And I'm Wes, and we're Lovin' Luminol, a true crime podcast.
Yay. A little change in scheduling due to the holidays, but...
Yeah. So last week we did not do one, and next week we will not do one, just simply because we're getting ready for Christmas, New Year's, a bunch of different stuff, and spending time with family, and just trying to get everything, trying to get everything together. So, this will be the only episode in December.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and we will come back after the first of the year, and I'm going to work my hardest to give you a bonus content, which will be the Lovin' Illuminati episode for the new year. So I'm going to try.
You're going to
It's not going to be right at the beginning, but it would probably be in January.
Shit.
I'm hoping. So hopefully we can do that.
All right. New season, new ideas.
Yep.
It's like I couldn't think of the word of it.
New season,
It wasn't
new
technically
stuff.
a new podcast because the same podcast, just different genre.
We're going to keep, it's still a Lovin' Luminol. Mm-hmm. It'll just say, it won't be a numbered episode. It'll just say Lovin' Illuminati and what it's about. Like, let's say, and this is not it, it'll be on the Lovin' Luminol normal stuff.
Marilyn
and it'll say Lovin' Illuminati, aliens, or, whatever the episode is.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be separate. It'll be like a spin-off, but on the same channel.
There you go. A break from this gore.
Yeah, just a short break from true crime into some paranormal and conspiracy theory type stuff. And it'll just be a fun little break.
Works for me.
Yeah. Hopefully I won't and it too much for you.
You know who you are.
You know who you are.
But this week we're going to do a local one, Amanda Bennett.
Amanda Bennett. The name does not sound familiar.
Doesn't sound familiar.
Nope.
It's a wild ride, so let's get to it.
All right, here we go.
So, Amanda Bennett, never heard of it?
Nope.
Doesn't sound familiar?
Not
I
at
didn't
all.
either until I Googled cases around this area and then found it.
Okay.
But she was born in 1980.
Oh, same as me.
Yep. And this crime occurred January 21st in 2011.
Okay, so not horribly long ago.
No, not that long ago. But
anything past 2000, I think it's... Oh, that was just the last year.
I know, or it feels like it. But especially past 2010.
Yeah.
I feel like that was yesterday.
It's weird because, like, XM Radio has, like, what is it, Pop 2K channel?
Yeah.
And I'm listening to it like, oh, these are pretty new songs. And they're not. They're not at all.
2000.
They feel like they just came out, but they're not.
No.
They're old. And that makes me feel bad.
I know. But this is a picture of Amanda Bennett.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I know the app the app I used to clarify the pictures kind of gave her a weird fuzzy look, but
Oh, no. Looks pretty good to me.
that's her. And she lived in Austin, Indiana.
Okay.
Little old Austin. And Austin is just 35 miles north of Louisville. And here's kind of a little map. So you can see there's 65. There's Louisville going straight up Austin.
Just north of it.
Yep, so southern Indiana, just north of Louisville.
Okay.
It's
About what is that? Almost halfway between Louisville and Indianapolis. A little bit less.
Yeah.
Less than halfway.
Mm-hmm. It's true, and it's a small town. It's got a population of around 4,060. Last time it was checked. And in the news, a lot of people have heard this, because in the news, in 2015, it got some negative attention.
All right.
The Center of Disease Control and Prevention confirmed that Austin, quote, contains the largest drug-fueled HIV outbreak to hit rural America in recent history.
Oh, okay.
So it had the highest breakout of HIV due to the...
They're the ones who had that needle exchange, aren't they?
Dr. Cook, William Cook, did the needle exchange where you could bring in dirty needles and they'll give you clean ones so you don't have to share and spread.
Yeah.
All
There's
that.
a big controversy about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a good idea if it's implemented properly.
Yeah, if it's
But
done
if it's
properly.
not, it gets a little out of hand.
Oh, yeah. And that was the issue. I think people were walking, like, you could find syringes just tossed on the side of the road and stuff, where people could, like, bring in one and get 30, and then bring in one and get...
It should be a 1-for-1.
Yeah, and they just tossed them out the windows and stuff. But this outbreak was due to people injecting Opana. Opana? I don't know how to say O-P-A-N-A.
I just would consider opioids. I never heard of Opana.
I don't know. I don't know if it's like a nickname, if it's mixed with some mixed together.
It's opioids, but for family.
For family.
Opana means opioids for family.
So I don't know, but it
Please
was...
don't sue me.
Please don't sue me. It was injectable. And that is what caused this outbreak. But that was all after. This happened 2011, so this had nothing to do with the case. It's just some facts about Austin.
Okay.
But Amanda was 30 years old. She had a husband, John Bennett. Name doesn't sound familiar either. And then her mother-in-law, John's mom, was named Charlotte Bennett.
Okay.
And I don't know if they owned the home or rented it, but they had a small house on the 200 block of New York Street in Austin.
All right. New York Street.
Yeah.
New York Street over here, huh?
Weird.
We got the Bennetts over here.
The Bennetts. That works together, New York Street and Bennetts.
Yeah.
But her husband worked at Versatech, which I think is an automotive plant, I think. Some kind of factory.
Never heard of it.
But it is a factory in Crothersville. Friends said they were a very happy couple. Got along, everything seemed great. They had 3 kids total. 2 together and 1 from Amanda's previous relationship. So her oldest, Jasmine Abbott, was 14, and she was the one from the previous relationship.
Okay.
And the 2 children they had together was Caitlin Bennett, age 9, and Ryan Bennett, age 4. And that's a picture of all of them.
Uh-huh.
You see the oldest one is Jasmine. Then there's Caitlin and Ryan.
Jasmine.
No, it's a pretty name. But Jasmine was, quote, like a daughter to John. That's her, I think it's prom.
Oh, okay.
Some kind of school dance. But apparently she liked her stepfather. They were close. She considered him a dad.
That's good.
But then the marriage started to crumble.
Oh, boy.
Yes. And who knows why. They had arguments, money issues.
Probably the ex.
Things like that. Probably. But the
Those
couple...
exes.
No exes. The couple declared bankruptcy in 2009.
Okay.
They accused each other of cheating, and it was a volatile relationship. Don't know if it's just verbally volatile or if it was physically volatile either. They didn't clarify. But Jasmine made references to marital problems between her parents and a possible divorce. That's what her friend Karen Barrett said. She said she'd always talk about how her parents had issues fighting, possible splitting up.
They're going to divorce any day now.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Yep.
Well, looks like next Christmas is going to be 2 Christmases.
Yeah, that's what she was telling her friends, that it got to the point where she thinks they were probably going to divorce. I know. In October of 2010...
You know, it sucks when, like, you get remarried.
Yeah.
And you, the kids get close to the new person.
Yeah.
And they get, they consider them a parent. And then stuff like this happens where they split and then,
Yeah, because that's technically not her dad, so he don't have any right to see her, visitation, nothing like that. Yeah, it's rough.
Because they get close and,
it's rough for the kids.
Yeah.
But in October 2010, they separated. She taunted her husband online, accusing him of having an affair.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Early January in 2011, she filed for divorce after 9.5 years of marriage. So they were together a long time. Yeah.
That kind of
Let's see.
Caitlin
Caitlin was 9. They're married 9.5 years. So.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a long marriage. It was.
Been there, done that.
Mm-hmm. But John wanted joint custody. And Amanda filed a petition and asked for temporary custody of the children.
Okay.
So he wanted joint custody. She said, I'm filing, so I have them full-time temporarily until we go to court.
Okay.
There was a Crothersville forum. And Crothersville is just north of Austin. It's like the next little town up.
Okay.
But there was this forum on the site known as Topics. And Topics is a site where people can choose a location. Like you go on there and you search Austin, Indiana. And it just pops up like Reddit, a bunch of random posts from people anonymously. And you can post, oh, did you see Karen Amos and da-da-da. You know,
Did you see Karen down at the corner selling her body?
You can talk shit about people anonymously on this post. And each post you make...
I have to check that out. What is that again?
Topics. T-O-P-I-X.
Topics. T-O-P-I-X.
You can make
doesn't know about it.
And you can also create a new username every time you post.
Oh, shit.
You can post as like Batman. And then if you're arguing with someone, you can go as Robin. And just go like you could change your username. And
that would get a little obvious, though, if you went as Batman, then Robin.
Yeah.
And then Joker.
But I mean,
Riddler.
you could argue with yourself if you really wanted to.
Something's up here.
It's like you could argue.
So a lot of Batman references here.
You can
I wonder if that's Wes.
Outlandish post and just create like 5 usernames and be like, I agree with this guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Karen's a whore.
You could just promote yourself on this one.
You know who I really like is that Wes guy. Have you watched their podcast, Love and Luminol? Fucking phenomenal.
Go rate him 5 stars.
I did.
There's a huge drama fest on that site. And the message board that she found, I guess you can create little groups on there too.
So it really is Reddit. It's like subreddits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's one created for Versatech.
Uh-oh.
And that's where John worked.
Oh, this is going to get interesting.
So she got on there, created an account using the username, quote, his wife.
Well, that's not obvious enough.
Yeah, like his wife. And posted a series of messages detailing her divorce from John.
So it wasn't really anonymous at all.
No, we couldn't solve that one. She began posting after catching some of its users discussing an affair John was having with a co-worker named Jan. So other people were on there kind of, I don't know if it's a rumor, if it's true, but they're kind of jostling the idea that John was with Jan at work. So when
was it the wife that started it, though, as another name?
No, she found it.
She's like, did you hear?
Then she went in on it.
No, I didn't. It's all the same people, same person talking, the whole conversation.
Probably, you never know. And then January 9th, one user posted, quote, John Bennett and Jan need to quit messing with each other. They are both married and she is old. So that's just
old ass Jan.
That's just how
Marcia.
Uh-huh. So, I mean.
Shut up, Jan.
But, you know. So she found that and got heated. A discussion thread followed on from the post alleging cheating on both sides of the Bennett relationship. So I guess when they started on John, someone started and she did it too.
And
like,
you know you were doing it too.
Shut
your mouth.
Yes. Amanda responded.
Pot calling the kettle cheater.
The following day writing, quote, glad you all want in our business. So he been yelling all that I cheated. That's a lie. We are still married, and if he wants her old ass, fine with me.
Wow.
I know. A user called, quote, that bitch be lying, responded.
Wait. So, I don't know. They both had the same way of speaking.
Yeah.
That bitch be. Is she arguing with herself just to stir up shit?
I don't know, and you don't know. It's like you can make different usernames each time.
That bitch be cheating. Nah, she be lying. Like, be like, wait a minute, that sounds like the same person.
I know. Well, the username, that bitch be lying, posted, quote, liar, you cheated and you know it.
Oh, it's the husband. Oh my God.
Like, that's him.
Oh, his username is that bitch be lying.
It's his mother-in-law.
Oh
Charlotte's on there, like, you know. But Amanda was criticized by many users on the forum for her alleged affair, which she denied.
Oh, man.
And she later wrote, quote, he will regret everything he's doing right now. Maybe not tomorrow, but one day. Uh-oh. You're like,
This is about to get interesting.
Yep, it's about to get in the climax there.
It's going to end in either murder or suicide or both.
Witnesses said Amanda appeared extremely anxious during an internet post entitled, quote, Gone Forever, which she made the day of her death. You knew it was coming. And one line she put in there refers to her husband, John, and it reads, quote, it's time to take the pain away, so John Bennett, this is for you. And that was a post. Here's a picture of her post. You guys on YouTube, obviously, you can pause it and read it.
He just won't stop hurting us with his words and actions, so it's time to take the pain away. Okay.
So, John Bennett, this is for you. You got what you wanted, no wife and no kids.
Oh.
You put her before them and you say it's because of the way I act. Well, that has nothing to do with your kids. So now you have your truck and your hoe and some family, but even they don't think you being a good dad, and they don't. And they know I didn't do anything to deserve this.
And to everyone. No, that's the next
Yeah, and then everyone who believed John.
Oh, man.
You don't know me, and I know I have been crazy, but have you ever had this happen to you after this? I hope you people don't think it's right to cheat or hook up with married people anymore. And don't feel sorry for him. He did it himself. Just before I wrote this, we were on the phone. He hung up because Jan was calling, so he needs a wake up. So he don't do it to anyone ever again. Only he won't have his kids. He'll have to make new ones. And
well, that sounds disturbing.
And that's just one big long run-on sentence. There's no punctuation in that bitch.
No.
It's like she didn't even pause.
That sounds very disturbing, though.
It does.
It either, I mean, it could be innocent enough as in, I'm going to take his ass to court and he's never going to see them kids again. Or, which isn't really innocent, but in comparison to the other way where she's going to kill herself and the kids.
Yeah.
Which I think that's where this is going.
She said in the post, quote, you got what you wanted, no wife and no kids. So we get to January 21st, which is the same month. There was no school that Friday due to a snowstorm. Because it snowed. Ice storm.
Oh,
and
boy.
Police were contacted after a concerned family member requested a welfare check.
Sounds like the dad did that.
Yeah. Police arrived at the house and made forced entry around 4:20 p.m. because no one was answering. Indiana State police officer noticed that part of the home had some fire damage.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. He investigated further into the home and came across 4 bodies. Yep, you knew it. Amanda, Jasmine, Caitlin, and Ryan, who all appeared to have been shot. The family's dog was also shot but survived. I know. Horrible. But autopsies were performed by the Kentucky Medical Examiner's Office. And all 4 died from gunshot wounds to the head. But sadly, Amanda and Caitlin also suffered smoke inhalation, so they were still alive.
So the gunshot didn't kill them.
Yeah, the smoke did. So that was Amanda and the 9-year-old girl. Yeah. And that's a pic of the crime scene that's on WHAS 11 News, and that's their house right there, the little trailer there.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just go back to the post online. I know I've been crazy. Ben,
yeah.
bitch, you continuing to be crazy.
Yes.
Look what you did.
Oh, Disgusting. But, and you'll know this, you'll recognize this name, Indiana State Police spokesman Sergeant Jerry Gooden.
Yeah.
He's now the sheriff. Yep. He's now the Scott County Sheriff. He was the Indiana State Police sergeant. But he told CNN that authorities examined online content as part of their investigation, including a post by Amanda blaming her husband. So they read the same post we just went over.
Mm-hmm.
However, upon investigating, they came to the conclusion that Amanda shot all 3 children, started a fire, and then shot herself.
What was the point in the fire?
I guess so he doesn't get the house. I don't know. She's like, you're not getting nothing. Your truck and your hoe. That's all you get.
Sounds like a country song.
Yep. So
all I got is my truck.
Well, she said she wasn't crazy, but I don't know. I don't know why you're going to start a fire. Yeah. The couple was supposed to be at a divorce hearing the following Friday.
Wow.
Yeah. So they had a hearing coming up the next week. After her death, user Team Black wrote on that forum. I know, Team Black. I don't know why people make up these weird, that bitch be lying. His wife. Team Black. Like, they're so random. Wrote in the forum, quote, I guess everyone knows by now that Amanda Bennett and her kids are dead. I will think that the guilt felt by Jan, John, and all the people who made fun of her on here and called her names is very strong. I don't know why they're in trouble.
I'd be like, that bitch still crazy.
Yeah. Like,
she's did this to herself and to the kids.
Uh-huh.
You can't blame other people for this shit.
No. No, I mean, what bullying? I don't have all the posts, obviously, but someone just saying you cheated too is just calling her out
people
on her
out.
shit. Yeah.
I know somebody.
Uh-huh.
That if you call them out on their shit, they're like, you're attacking me.
Yeah, that's what I felt with this. I'm like,
me.
I didn't see anything.
I just called you out. Like, you were saying stuff about me, and I'm like, yeah, but you did this. And
yeah, I didn't see
suddenly, that's the worst thing you could do. It was okay for them to attack you, but you can't defend yourself.
Yeah, that's what I think. Because all I found was them saying, you cheated too. Like, calm down. So I don't know if it's just her pride. She's like, I'm not a cheater. It's all him.
Like
I'll show you it's all him.
Sounds like a narcissist.
Yeah. But
whatever they do is fine, but anything done to them in return. Oh God, how could you dare do that? I have every right to do what I want to do.
Jasmine's friend Karen Barrett stated, quote, this past Sunday night we came home from church. There was 2 loads of cops here, and the husband and wife, I assume, had a scuffle, because that's what my niece said, that Jasmine had come to school talking about her mom and dad getting a divorce.
Got it.
So, yeah. So, I guess they saw the cops. They assumed it was a fight, a domestic fight. But there's some of friends and neighbors out there, consoling each other at the crime scene. Deborah Davidson, which was a cook at Austin Elementary, says she'll never forget 9-year-old Caitlin. Quote, she always gave me and one of the other cooks a hug every day. Oh, so just a sweet little girl. Austin School had an extra counselor at school on that Monday for the situation, what happened for other students. Charlotte said Amanda lived with her for a couple years before dating her son, John. So she lived with Charlotte before dating her husband. Mm. Yeah. She said Amanda was, quote, an awesome mother. So I guess because she had Jasmine from a previous relationship, she got to see her interact with Jasmine. Said she was a great mom. She spoke to Amanda several hours before the bodies were found and said, quote, she seemed to be fine. Definitely not.
How you doing? Oh, I'm doing great. And then do that.
Yeah. Services were held at First Christian Church in Scottsburg, and it was a 6-hour visitation. It was a long one. At the funeral, 4 white doves were released to represent, the 4 of them.
Yeah.
Thousands of people showed up. And the caskets were taken out to the parking lot after the funeral because everyone couldn't get in to see them.
Wow.
So they're like, we're going to come out here, come say your goodbyes before we load them up, The song Come to Jesus was performed, and then the doves were released right after that song. And here's a picture. People left stuffed animals, candles, things on the porch of that house. as in memory of, but I don't know. I don't know what, because the house in the picture on the news wasn't green, and this is green.
Maybe it's like family home or something.
But also it looks like the white things that were set on the porch, so maybe it's like just the front area is green. I don't know. Or it's a back porch. I don't know. But that's stuffed animals and candles and things for them. The 2 younger children were buried with their mother.
What?
So they buried Caitlin and Ryan with Amanda. Jasmine's...
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, Jasmine's father said no. And so Jasmine was sent to be buried in another town where her father lived. He's like, don't bury her with that woman. Like, bury her where I'm at.
Yeah.
And then John just went silent after the murders. No one's heard nothing. He didn't say nothing. He's out doing whatever. His mom said, quote, he's kind of in shock. He lost his whole world.
That's what she said was about to happen.
Yep, that's what she said she would do. Yep. And she kept her word, sadly. But, yeah, that was it. Which makes sense. I would have been like, don't bury her. No, you
definitely not.
Bury her somewhere else.
I'm surprised John let it happen.
I am too. I don't know if it's just maybe they never had any plots, so he's like, might as well just get them all together. I don't know.
I'd be like, hell no.
Oh, yeah, that's what I wouldn't do it either, but I'd be like, her family, you take care of her. I'll get the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you
I'll
do with
figure
her
it
what
out.
you want. Yeah. We were getting divorced. You take that on. But
honestly, I would have just had him cremated and then kept
with you.
that way she had nothing to do with that.
Yeah. I'm like, we're going wherever I end up.
Yeah.
Like,
And then
that
later,
makes
if you
sense.
get a family plot, you can always put him in there.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
Makes sense. But that was the terrible case of Amanda Bennett. And I'm surprised about Austin so small, I'm surprised it didn't get more news than that. Because I never heard of it until popped up.
No. No, I've never heard of this one.
I know. And it's something that doesn't usually happen around that area. So I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Well.
There you go. A local one for you.
Yeah. Always dead kids.
Always.
Always.
I'm sorry. It's either children or we get one and it's just like horrid, like that one we did. I was like, I don't know if I can do it through this.
Yeah.
It's either horrid or it's children. It's awful.
She
We did
likes
do
the
one
torture.
where 2 pedophiles were after each other.
That still involves children.
True.
Because they had to get to where they were beforehand.
Tanner Ward wasn't a child.
True. There's very few of them. Most of these
was gonna
involve
say,
children in
yeah.
some way, and it's pissing me off.
Sorry. That's why you're doing Love and Illuminati.
A break.
A break from this stuff.
Yeah. Think I need a break from this stuff.
Let's talk about aliens.
Let's talk about government conspiracies. Let's talk about
3 hours.
mind control.
3 hours later. I'm over asleep.
Anyway,
But all right, guys, that was it.
that's it.
You're like, yeah, we know. Roll your credits, son.
All right. So if you like what you listened to or watched, feel free to like and subscribe. If you want to find us on any other service other than the one you're listening or watching to us on now, you can always find us at loveandluminol.com. We have a complete list of audio and video options to check out this podcast. Obviously, there's probably more out there somewhere, but those are the main ones. If you have others that you're aware of, please let us know. We'll add them. You can also contact us on that site. There's a contact form, so if you want to tell us how horrible we are, if you want to bitch us out about something we said, feel free to do it there. We might answer you. We might actually bring it up in the episode. We have done it before.
Yeah. Hence, you know who you are at the beginning.
You know who you are. Anyway, we're also on social media. Let's see, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Threads,
Snapchat,
YouTube, Snapchat, pretty much anywhere
Except
that
X.
Elon Musk isn't. That's about it. But yeah, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. You got anything else?
Yes, again, as always, thoughts out to the family, friends, teachers, everyone who knew and loved these children. John,
Yeah.
Charlotte, thoughts out to you.
Mm-hmm.
Just happy holidays. Take care, everybody.
All right.
Be safe.
Bye. Merry
Bye.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Don't get murdered.